Welcome, my name is Andreas Stumm, and today I want to talk to you about the render output and how to handle your render output in the Material Layer Interface. First I will open the render setup, and as you know, the default way how to handle your render output would be to press the Files button and browse to a folder where you want to save your pictures and take a file output format, and then you would save your images there. But in that case we will have 3 different layers, and we want to save our pictures in 3 different destinations to manage them better, and we want to have 3 different file names. So in that case it wouldn't be possible to do that with the render setup. So let's close that. When you go to the Material Layer Interface and you want to render your layers with the Material Layer Interface, that's very important to say that at that moment clearly. If you want to render your layers, please always use the render button or the net render button from the Material Layer Interface, and not the quick render button up here in Max or the render setup dialog, because you can't be sure that you render in the right direction, to the right folder and you render with the right materials and so on. So please use the render button and net render button from the Material Layer Interface. So go to the tool, go to the render tab and go down to the render output. Right here you have the same possibility to choose individually folder structure, folder with this files button, and make your own file names if you wish so. But the recommended way and the default way is when you open the Material Layer Interface, there is the checkbox activated next to the root all button, and that's a way to create folders and manage your files when you render them automatically. So you first have to select a destination with the root all button for all layers in that scene where they have to be rendered in, and in that direction folder there will be created an individual folder for each layer. So I will show you first my destination where I want to render them in. This is here my local hard disk, the test project folder, and as you can see right on the right side it's empty right now. So when I now click the root all button, I have to choose the direction, C, test project, and right here I don't need to type in a file name, because this one will be created automatically with that option. I only have to choose the file type. Let's say it's a Targa, save, and right here the options for the Targa, okay. And now right here we see the changed folder structure, and we see that it would create its individual file name from the layer name. So yeah, and after we did that, you can see the folder is still empty. But when we now select all layers and press the render button, it will render the pictures in the folders, and as you can see there is a new folder in our project folder. It's the MLI Cam1 folder. This one is named after the camera used. You can see that here. And in the camera folder you will find the three different layer folders, and in there you will find your files named after the layer. In that case we rendered a single frame, and therefore there is the name single frame in the file name. This is only if you render single frame. It's for handling reasons when you render a range and later want to make a test and render a single frame, that it won't override one of the range pictures. If you want to render a single frame without this additional word in its name, render frames and type in the frame number here, like 22, something like that. And in that case, you won't find single frame in the name of the file. So that's all about the render output, and I hope I see you in the next time in the next video. Thank you, bye bye.